Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Christopher and I have another Sims 4 speed build for you today. This one is a cute little cottage style home and it was inspired by my sister who asked if I could do a crazy cat lady cottage. And I said, absolutely, I will do a crazy cat lady cottage. Now actually she asked if I could do a crazy chicken lady cottage because my sister is a self-proclaimed crazy chicken lady. She has probably 10 chickens or more that live outside in this custom built chicken coop that is, probably nicer than a lot of homes in the area. And she really wanted me to do a crazy chicken lady cottage, but unfortunately, as of yet, The Sims, you cannot have pet chickens, but you can have pet dogs and pet cats. And I believe they just made it to where you can actually have like a pet rat or gerbil or something like that. And although I've had Cats and Dogs expansion pack for a while now, I've actually never played around with modifying any of the cats and dogs that I have in my families. I just sort of auto-generate them and let them be. And I normally don't. I normally just have like a single sim or a couple sim and I, see where it goes from that. But I really do like playing with single sims. That way I can let them form relationships organically and kind of like start a family that way. And I think that's the best and funnest way for me to play. But I've actually never played around with cats and dogs. But I figured I might as well. I mean, I kind of am a crazy animal person myself. I think I've got quite a few animals. If you were to come to my house, you might be shocked to see. Me and my husband, we have 3 chihuahuas, we have a cat, we have 4 birds, and a bearded dragon. So yeah, that's quite a few animals, but I love them all. They are my world, and I wouldn't trade them for anything. So right now you see I've already gotten the house built and I'm putting up some ivy now. I think this house on the outside turned out absolutely beautiful with the rounded walkway and all the ivy growing up the side of the house and the azaleas. I mean, if you're going to build a little old lady sim that lives alone with her cats, you have to have tons of azaleas. I can't think of any old woman who doesn't have an azalea bush in their yard. But I think this house turned out absolutely cute, and it's definitely a home that I would like to play in because it is so small. And this is the first time that I actually played around with cats and dogs. Now, I use the cats and dog building items all the time in my builds, but I've never actually really played around with the animals themselves. But I figured this time after I built it, I might as well see what the dynamics are in the gameplay with having a cat. And it turns out that I actually had a lot of fun. I didn't realize that the cats had their own sort of personalities, and it really does show up in the gameplay. And I just thought it was super adorable. So I think from now on, I might just have to create a pet for every one of my Sims because it's just perfect. So now you see I'm working on trying to put a few decorations out in the yard, but I really don't add much as far as the flowers and the shrubs that you already see. I'm putting up these solar lights now for the walkway that look really nice at night. But as far as like activity building things or other plants on the outside, I don't think I add very much. But I do have to say I love this back deck area. I sort of love that half rounded deck. And as you can see, everything is already very blue, all the way down to the patio furniture. And I love the little decorations that I put around here. It's definitely something I imagine a crazy cat lady or an elder sim would have in their home. You know, they probably have a lot of things and a lot of clutter, and that just to me makes it look more realistic as far as a cottage, because a house this small is probably going to be jam-packed with things. So I think it turned out really nice on the outside. And now we're moving into the kitchen where I'm putting in the island and the counters and the stove. So this house is extremely small, so it took me a minute to figure out how everything was going to be placed and to make a room for everything, including 3 cats. But I really love this sort of open-ended island that has like the yellow bowls and everything. I think it was a really good pop of color for this very blue house. I mean, the tile is blue, the cabinets are blue, the walls are blue, the fridge is blue. This is definitely a crazy cat woman who is obsessed with the color blue. But after I was done, I sent it to my sister. She was like, oh my god, I want to live there so bad. And I'm like, yeah, you are a crazy chicken lady after all. You would probably live there with your 10 chickens and be just as happy as can be. So I love the little dining area with the big window behind it, and I like the little hutch that I put over here in the corner. I did have it originally over there where the fridge is, but I decided having it in that corner made it look really nice, and it sort of cut off where the kitchen ends. And I like how I did the diagonal tile floor because that allowed for that space to the left to be sort of a walkway. That way you weren't immediately walking into the kitchen, because I imagine in real life you probably wouldn't immediately walk right into the kitchen. There would probably some sort of, small living space, and I end up putting, I think, some cat toys and like one of those cat towers, or climbing towers that they play on. And I learned by doing this that if you size down the cat towers in gameplay, they don't actually work that well. It's almost like they're still walking or climbing on the full-sized one. So just for future reference, if you're ever going to build with the cat playhouses, then you should just keep them their original size. But they're super huge, and so you'd have to have a lot of room for them. So right now I'm just putting in some decorations in this bookshelf, and I do include a small TV, although I feel like this is the kind of sim who probably would not spend her time watching a lot of TV. She would probably be reading in front of the window, or knitting sweaters for her cats, or socks for her grandchildren, or whatever. But I really think the living room turned out really beautiful in the end, and it kind of reminds me of a couple old lady living rooms that I've actually seen before. So I think it turned out perfectly. Right now we're working on the bathroom. Again, it is very blue, and it's small, and it is upstairs connected to Kitty's bedroom. It's just got everything you need in there as far as like, bathroom necessities. So I think it turned out really nice. And so now we're working on the bedroom, and my favorite things is to actually do this, and with that partition type mirror is, combine them with another dresser to create that mirror dresser look. But anyway, so we're almost nearing the end of this video. Right now I'm just getting all the furniture and stuff put in her room. A little sitting chair in front of the fireplace, and a plant, and a picture on the wall. You guys, that's about it for this video. It went by really fast, but if you stuck around and watched the whole thing, I really do appreciate that. I just want to give a major shout out to everyone who has watched my videos so far, who has liked and commented on them, and to everyone who has subscribed to my channel so far. I really do appreciate that. I'm still starting out, and I'm just trying to grow my channel, so if you see this, please share the video, please give it a thumbs up, and continue to watch my videos. Thanks guys, bye!